Yeah, I ain't losing it.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the beautiful backyards of Connecticut, this is your host, Jim Stancil.
Wow. Just when you thought production value couldn't get any higher, an intro guy. Don't get that on every podcast, maybe no podcast. I don't see MLF with their own intro guy, although they do have a song, so they're probably better than us. Anyway, I'm Jim Stancil here we have a very special show for our third Sports Mask Collective here. We have a special co-host. Mead is on assignment tonight. God bless him and Godspeed. He may call in. He may just Skype in after all. We'll see. But we have with us the co-host, known only by one name, as all the greats are. Juggy, come take a seat here and, God damn it, introduce yourself.
Wow. I forgot my mask. Is that okay?
Get out.
Ski Mask Collective. Jim, thank you so much for having me on the show, man.
Oh, this is
awesome. This is a long time coming, hasn't
a
it?
long time coming. So I've known what Juggy can talk about it too, but I've known Juggy, God, I don't know, 2 decades now, a couple decades, maybe a little less, but a while. We've been through many a battle, especially of sporting event battles together. So that's why he's here. This will be the first appearance of many, I'm sure, with Juggy on the programs. But anyway, I don't know. You fucking tell me you do. I don't know why.
Happy to be here. Happy to be. What do I do?
Why don't I tell them exactly what you do? There's a lot of trolls and or faggots out there and rats, just straight up rats. So don't get too specific, as we've learned. But no, I don't know. Whatever. What do you do? How do we know each other?
Right. Like,
what do you like about sports? Do you like sports, or are you gay?
I like sports.
He likes sports.
I don't want to be no. I have a preference, but I believe that like when we get into our stories and stuff like that, like there's a big difference between a huge divide, and I didn't see it back then, between fanatics and fans. Back in the day with our stories,
this guy comes on the show and just fucking goes right to fucking Confucius over here. Jesus Christ.
Oh, we're going
just
deep.
On my first truly.
We're going deep. But it's true. I think that like a lot of people lose perspective on being a fan and being a fanatic. Like, if you're the appropriate age and you want to call somebody who's like a rival that's wearing your rival shirt or something like that, you want to go and attack them, like, be of age, okay? Be like 20 something, be late teens. I've seen guys like at 50 years old being like, the Jets suck and the Patriots asterisks. I'm like, don't you have a job to get to? Like, can you just hang out with that? At least looking for a job? Can you put some effort into, I don't know. And I kind of wish I learned that a long time ago, but we were total fanatics. And some of these stories are just like,
there was a time we were fanatics. I mean, there was definitely a time we were fanatics, but I don't think it was. I think it was fairly long ago at this point. Like even 2015 with the Mets' big run. I mean, I was a star fucker for the Mets, but I wouldn't classify as fanatic. I was just fucking been fans our whole life, and that was the closest we got.
There are,
but the fanatics are exactly who you're talking about, though. Like, no, I can't do that. Like, you can't, like, you say no to like actual life events. Because you have to watch a 1-4 Giants team get their asses blown out, but you gotta watch every game because it's Big Blue. Fuck you mouth breathing scum. Get a fucking job and a life. I'm all riled up. Juggy's got me all riled up. You see?
Yeah, that's what I do. I wind him up. I got a little turn toy on him, and when I let it go, he just kind of like he does his thing. I love it. But he does the same thing.
Like a little toy.
We're balanced. I love it though. No, and you brought a good point there. It's one of those things where it's got to be age appropriate. Again, I've seen like 70-year-old guys walk up on like a kid who's like 15 and tell him to go F off. Like, go fuck yourself, you little fucking. Why don't you go buy me a pack of cigarettes? Wait, you can't. I'm like, you're gonna attack this kid personally for just wearing a rival shirt. It's like a second game ever. This guy's like an absolute like
and
army veteran, and I'm like, I don't ever want to be that way. And thank God, like that's the thing, like. between the hours of 1 and 10 on Sundays, I'm indisposed because I'm at the bar with the boys,
Right.
watching the fucking game, bro. Don't fucking bother me.
Honey, I told you,
gambling.
you know what day it is. I'll be home after 10.
Right, exactly. Oh, yeah, I went to church, didn't I? Why don't you let it go, you broad? Like, there's too much of that stupid crap.
Meanwhile, he
stuff.
can't pull his car in his garage because it's full of fucking shit.
Yeah.
He just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, why isn't she?
Well,
a fan?
did you come to that Mets Phillies game in Philly that time?
Never been to
You
Philly.
didn't go to that one. But just to your point, there was
Not for a
the
baseball
guy
game,
had
yeah.
to be at least 60, and he like just that like spit like didn't spit on me, like spit at my feet because I was wearing a Mets shirt at a Philly game. Now Phillies are renowned trash. But it's still like, do you really care that much to get an all? Like, I'll yell stuff. We'll both yell stuff. We're some of the greats, which we can talk about of yelling shit at games.
Yeah, they booed fucking Bill Burr off the stage. Well, let's not forget that.
And he ripped him a new one.
Huge on YouTube, and he fucking said it's 10 minutes left. Fucking 10 minutes. I'm like, that's the kind of people that we deal with. Absolutely. I've never been there for any sporting event game. I wouldn't mind catching a Flyers game. That'd actually be raucous. That'd be pretty sweet.
But Juggy's a big hockey guy, a great hockey player, and a hockey coach, if I might say.
I'm one of the best that's ever been. I just enjoy it. You know, like you said before too. It's like there's so many trolls and so many like naysayers out there. Like if I say that I'm a coach, I'm immediately, and I'm sure that, you know, was it your last show? They had the pedo file on there.
Oh yeah, they know.
I probably belong in there just because I coach.
They know I've coached too. It's a high school level.
Oh god, it's even worse. I coach mites. They're like fucking 5, 6 year old.
They're so cute when they're that age.
Oh, yeah, aren't they the cutest? It's awful. Yeah, that just got me fired right there.
And a hot start.
Yeah, exactly.
That took 5.
You're gonna see me a lot more, considering I'm not gonna have a job after this.
So anyway, I'm gonna knock out. We're gonna knock out the picks. We'll do it all up front tonight because me and Juggy have too many tales to tell. So we want to we don't want to not waste time on it, but just gonna grip it and rip it here. So let's wrap up. And Juggy, it's okay. Chime in if you like here. Don't feel like you have to be quiet here. But wrapping up MLF, Misery Loves Football from last week. Kevin did have 10 wins. Mosca counted 9, and Kevin corrected him, and they disagreed. Kevin is right, as always. He had 10. Once again, the winner of the week. Mosca and Zumock both had 6 wins last week for the MLF boys. So, Ken, you're wrong. Kevin did have 10 wins. I think you did correct yourself. Whatever. Me and Mead picked our 4 games. We both went 2-2. Kind of boring. We both picked Kansas City. I won the Cincinnati, and Mead won the Miami. So we're both 2-2. So basically zeros out there. Did you have any? I'm trying to think of some notes from last week's football. What was some good game? Packers getting their doors. Packers got their doors blown off by Tampa Bay, right? By Brady.
Surprising. They were undefeated going into that game.
Yeah,
Rodgers.
Tampa's weird. Like Tom is Tom, but it's I don't know. They're weird.
You know what I love saying? Tom Brady's on my bench. And because we're in the same league together.
Yes, that's right. I can vouch for him.
Tom Brady's on my bench. I've been waiting for a long time to say that. No, it's weird. How do you judge somebody who goes into a brand new program and just expects to succeed the way he did in New England with more than a handful of rings? Like, it's just... I really do think that was a selfish business move, but you have to be that way to be successful. Like, he's setting up his TB or T13 or T12 shops
TB, Tampa Bay. It's all follow the money, people.
Now you're talking. See that?
Follow the fucking money like I always fucking tell you.
Tom Brady's Illuminati.
TB, yeah, right. Tom Brady started COVID-19.
Tom Brady directed the Da Vinci Code.
You heard it here first. So that was a good one. The Jets once again getting their doors absolutely blown off, being embarrassed
to begin with.
Just another embarrassment, really. Not that it wasn't expected. I said it last week; it was going to happen. Which is not like I'm Nostradamus here or anything. I think everybody knew that. But
I wanted to hear your take on some Bell. Do you think that? I mean, I personally think he should be traded, but
I'm fine with it.
Just he has.
But what
has he done?
He's
a skilled.
He's another Jamal Adams, in my opinion. He's a me guy. So it's another one of these guys. When you're winning, it's easy. But on a team like the Jets, when you have a new quarterback, And frankly, they do suck. Like, I don't blame them to a level.
Yeah. Again, we're fans. We're not fanatics.
Right.
That's
exactly. Fanatic would say, he's a guy.
They would be good if.
Yeah.
Just face the facts. Your teams suck.
Good. We're just not good. We're both Jets fans. Mets fans, by the way.
Yeah. Jets, Mets. Oh, you take the Islanders. Which they had a great run, by the way.
Yes, we were.
As a Rangers fan, I will say the Islanders, I really wish they got further. I'm really happy to see any New York team get that far in any playoffs. So anytime the Rangers don't make the playoffs and the Islanders do, make no mistake. Again, hockey fan here, folks, not a fanatic. Watch the hate, watch the negativity, brush it out the door. I was really upset that they didn't.
Juggy's not on Twitter, so you can't do shit to him, which is funny.
Like, follow, share, subscribe on Facebook, though.
We'll get out his government name and his home address at the end of the show.
Yeah, they call me Stan Jimsel.
That's good. Rack 'em, as they say in the show. Yeah, fuck the Jets. I'm trying to think of what else I did watch. I was pretty indisposed Sunday after the big Juggy, as some of you know, was at the secret show, which was quite secret, and then led to a secret bar visiting, which I had no business being at, and then it resulted in a secret Sunday of me being horizontal for about probably 23 hours of the day, which is watching football. But I was in and out of lucidness. Between hungoverness and throwing up and weed. So, but I did watch football all day, but I didn't know how much I retained. I'm trying to think of any other matchups come to mind. What were the other big ones from last week? Oh, Tennessee keeps rolling. We'll talk about them in a second.
Oh, did they? I actually didn't get the results of that.
Yes. So I guess we can, might as well we'll just fucking fuck it. Let's just, we'll do the week 7 picks. You're going to pick some games, Jugs. Usually I do this with Mead.
Gambling's a sin, baby. Let's start sinning, baby. I love it. Let's do it.
Baby. Here we fucking go.
Do we have week 7's matchup?
I've actually picked 5 games this week because there's some good matchups this week.
This is more like a game of the week.
Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, just in time.
No.
Just in time. Hold on.
Do we have a special guest? Yes, we do.
Somebody, hold on, Mead. I can't hear you. Hold on.
We got to put the headphones on.
Look, I know about sports because of my hat.
Hold on. I can hear him with the headphones here.
Oh, this is so good.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this guy's trying to take
live via satellite.
Here he is. Mead, you're just in time. We just started. We're just 10 minutes in. We were just gonna do the picks for week 7.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
Would you like to? What do you have to say?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Things?
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
All right. What's going on? Would you like to give a State of the Union for Sports Mass 3 and or Week 7 of the NFL?
I'll give you a state.
Yeah.
Okay, so, well, I'll address something that happened that's related.
Oh, here we go. Hot take. Sorry, I got so excited I pulled the earphone out of his ear. Here we go. Go ahead.
I want to hear it.
So I walked out of the studio today after In Hot Water and was at the elevator with Aaron, and Dave Landau came walking down the hallway. So I put my hand out to shake it. He gives me the fucking middle finger and goes, "You're a fucking piece of shit. Like, don't ever talk about my wife again. Like, you never come." Yes, exactly.
Okay, go on.
And for a second, I was like, "Oh shit, maybe I did sign someone." And I watched the fucking. And because I'm not ever sober for these shows.
Right.
Watch back the episode. I said 0.
And
Absolutely
I don't believe he's talking about the episode with Kevin Brennan in it, right?
Correct.
And I don't believe I said a word either because I was conscious of not saying
it. I'm not going to say his name, but it rhymes with Uck and Joan. But him and Kevin Brennan said something, but it was, in the context of just the joke, it was funny, but not about Dave's wife, because I like Dave and respect
Huge
Dave.
Fan of Dave, always have been, which is why I let Kevin just spin his way, but not for nothing. Kevin has done that on multiple shows and his own show, and we're nobody. So why even care about us?
I mean, but this was,
and not for nothing, me and you didn't say a single word. I mean,
we didn't say a single word because I wouldn't do that because I enjoy Dave. He's one of my favorite comics, and I would never say anything about that or anybody's fucking wife for absolutely no reason. I've never met her. I've never seen her. I don't know what she looks like. I don't know his relationship to her, so I would not comment on it. But so
Kevin's doing it obviously to be Kevin and inflammatory. I'm not going to go after
Kevin sounds very fanatical about this situation. He's not being very fan-like.
Yeah, we talked about that's it.
That's
a call. Yeah, this guy's a natural.
Hey, you know what? I think Kevin cares a lot too.
Wow. All right.
So Garrett just said he's like, Kevin's burning other people's bridges now.
He is. Wow. There you go. Wow. So did anything get resolved at all, or is it just left?
I'm not going to go back in. I was supposed to go in for Pat's show. I'm not going in. I'm not going to fucking start trouble there. But here's the thing is that apparently E-Rock showed that episode in the green room to everybody in the network or everybody.
So E-Rock's a fan. That's good. Glad E-Rock is a big fan. Glad E-Rock is a big fan and watching episodes with Kevin Brennan in it.
Yeah, I think he's on our like $10 tier on Patreon.
Thanks, E-Rock. Shout out to E-Rock for being a
shout out to E-Rock.
Big fan. And showing other people. He's trying to get other people interested in the show. So good shit, E-Rock. Thank you.
So that happened.
So E-Rock thought that was a hot take because we were just looking at Kevin spouting his usual nonsense?
Yeah.
Is that it basically? Yeah.
Well, no, it was more like I get a chance to ban people from I don't know what it was. So I don't know this for sure.
I'll leave it be. I'll leave it be for now. All I can say right now is I know neither you nor I said anything.
Certainly not about one of our favorite comics. Like we actually really like Dave Landau.
And also that Kevin has said this on multiple shows and multiple other shows with other actual comics rather than nobodies like us who are just fans and pay money to subscribe to Compound. We're not out to get anybody here. Sorry to break the fourth wall down, but that's all I'll say at this moment. Maybe I'll be more pissed off later, or maybe it'll get resolved and I won't be pissed off. So I will be democratic, and I'll leave it at that for now.
Oh, you'll be a liar.
Oh, here he goes. Big politics guy. Wow.
Oh, no. Anybody involved in politics is a liar.
All right. So let's, while we have you, because I don't know how.
Back to sports. Jets lost again.
Yeah. I mean, who was surprised? So I covered it. We both went 2-2 last week, Mead, with our picks.
Yes.
And I picked, we were just about to do it right when you chimed in. So perfect. I picked 5 games this week because they're pretty good. I'm going to get the games out of the way up front here so then we can get into Juggy stories. All right.
I'm Tennessee Titans all the way.
Whoa, hold on now. Okay, we'll start with that. Pittsburgh, Tennessee, 2 5-0 teams. Tennessee is negative, is only losing 1 there. Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee.
Wow.
Give me Titans.
Man.
Juggy some celebrity picks here.
Their line is running well, baby.
I was just gonna say, man, it's hard not to go for Pitt, but
Henry is on fire.
Meet on this one. I think Tennessee will take it.
I have to
in
agree.
Tennessee. That's tough.
I have to agree. Henry is on fire.
Oh wait, there's no fans. Sorry.
Henry is on fire. But there's something about, and especially I think you two both picking Tennessee, but there's something about Pittsburgh and just being there and done it before. I think I'm going to take Pitt here, if nothing else, to be contradictory.
Yeah.
Let's bang through these. We get to the good stuff. I got to pick it Thursday night game, interconference game, but very sad. Giants versus Philly in a sad twist, it could actually play a role in the conference. I think the leader in the conference has 2 wins.
Yeah, the
Philly is losing 4.5 tonight to the Giants. I'm going Philly all the way. The Giants won. They should have lost last week. They should still have 0 wins.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm taking the momentum. Okay.
I like that. I don't blame you.
Okay.
Juggy's taking the Giants. Mead.
Yep.
I'll sit Giants with this one. Yeah, I'll stay Giants.
Okay. Everybody's picking against Stancil. I get it. fuck you. This is collusion.
This is why I don't
the
gamble.
only thing I had valid input or knowledge about was Tennessee Titans. That was the only game I watched.
I saw 2 numbers, so Tennessee.
I already covered that I was horizontal and
Yes.
half lucid all day Sunday after Saturday night. So I did technically watch all the games, but I didn't retain much.
Whoever has a running back with a rat tail made of horsehair, I'm going for them.
So you're going for all the Odessa, Texas high school teams. Is that what you're saying? That's
Every
awesome.
running back who graduated from Alabama. Yeah, I need a running back whose hair is coagulated. That's how I judge running back. The more coagulation, I want a running back whose hair I need a knife to cut.
It'll break the picks.
Cut through it like butter, like those sleeping videos that they.
You can see how old. You can see how old Henry is by like.
Oh my God! By the rings
his,
inside of his dreadlock. Holy shit!
We didn't even get to any stories yet. We got to bang through. We're having too much fun here. Cleveland, Cincinnati, Cleveland. I thought that was a good matchup. The young quarterbacks, Baker Mayfield and Burrow.
That's right. Yeah.
Cleveland -3. I'm taking Cincinnati. I like my guy Burrow. Sorry, and I don't like what I've been seeing out of Baker Mayfield. I think he's plateauing a bit, in my opinion.
Oh God,
boys.
Mead, I'll defer to you. I'd like to hear what you think about this one first.
Yeah, well, who cares?
That's what I thought. I'll take Cincinnati.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say Cleveland. I'll just be the contrarian here.
Zumach's team.
Sure.
All right, Giants at New England. I thought that was interesting.
Giants at New England.
49ers.
Sorry, 49ers at New England. Jesus. Oh, what does this guy know the matchups?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
No, I know you said a word before. That's the only thing.
Oh, yeah. I'm retarded. Sorry, 49ers at New England. I thought that was interesting with Garoppolo going back and no Cam and no Brady. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. And they're both, I feel like it'll be a good matchup. New England's -2.5. Boy, I think I'm going to go San Francisco here, guys. I don't know.
I'll go with that.
See Jimmy Garoppolo, Jimmy G getting riled up against his old team.
Yep.
And
didn't give him a chance.
I feel like the Pats haven't put it back together totally yet.
No.
I'll go Patriots.
Jugs got the Pat. You said you're taking San Fran, Mead?
Yep.
There you go.
I'll be the what was the word? Contrarian. I like that word. I'll be that for the New England pick.
A contrarian.
Contrarian.
Last
we're gonna
game.
have a better record than Gino.
Yeah, I think we all can. That's not the hardest thing to do. God bless him. He's doing it.
We went 2-2. We went 2-2 this weekend.
Yeah, we're not 500. That's pretty fucking good in the betting world.
Yeah, not bad. Better than Mets.
Last game, another I thought was a good one. A battle for the conference. Well, not technically, but Seattle at Arizona.
If I may,
Seattle's 5-0. Arizona's 4-2.
Yeah.
The quarterbacks: Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson. The defenses. Seattle -3.5. Interesting.
I got to go with Seattle. I got to shout out to my brother-in-law on this one. He's been a Hawk fan for life. So I don't really have anything pertaining to Arizona. I have nothing against them. I have nothing for them. But yeah, for you, Mike, going with the Seahawks.
Go. Mead.
Yeah.
Which bird are you going
Seattle or at which bird?
I'll go with my alma mater, the Cardinals.
Tweet.
I am also
bird
taking the
cage
Cardinals.
Bet.
I like Kyler Murray. I think there's
a bird cage bet.
Yeah, tweet. The bird cage beat.
There's a changing of the guard
like
in
that,
the NFC
veteran.
West. I think Arizona's going to take over for Seattle, the newer QB, but we'll see. Russell Wilson still is a Hall of Famer. Anyway, that's it for the picks. Ashley Marie Thornton, shout out. She sent me questions. We got Juggy here. So we'll get to you next week. Don't worry. We'll get back to you, baby girl.
She sent me plenty of questions. She sent me like a whole
Stancil gay.
Yeah, she sent me by the way, I did replace my TV today.
Oh, there you go. Mead's TV.
I didn't get fancy. I replaced it 1-for-1, the broken one.
Did you use the GoFundMe money?
Of course I did.
Good man.
And then the rest of the remaining money is going to the In Hot Water fan Eric's family. So I'm not spending all of it. It was literally $350, and that was it.
Good man. There you have it, folks.
Yeah, thanks, Ashley, for like sending me like 3 pictures of a grand piano, saying that we should have Pat Dixon at a West Coast secret show. Hilarious. I love her. She's classic.
Yeah.
October, no.
Yeah.
October, no. Actually, I can barely get dressed in the morning. Don't expect too much of us here. Yeah, well, I don't know. Let's get into it here. Where do we even start, Mead? I got a list of possible stories here. I figured he could put a bow on a couple things for us, Mead, that we talked about.
What's up?
Especially the redemption game, and most notably the elevator. The nice thing about Juggy is he actually remembers things.
You remember something? Well, he's the Irish one, so
I know I shouldn't remember
to.
stuff. I'm supposed to be an alcoholic and like, oh, I'm supposed to be horizontal on a Sunday. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
But
that's
like,
my line.
for some reason, I remember these really fucked up, mundane details, and it really just ties the story together. And you know what? If they're not true, I'm embellishing, and every great story needs that. So go fuck yourself, trolls. But yeah.
So we know we were thrown out. We know we were thrown out for sunflower seeds, that whole deal. We knew we were in the elevator. Take it from the elevator for us, because I knew there were some great lines in there, and I couldn't remember what was going on.
Who was taking it from the elevator?
No, Juggy's
the last thing I remember is you throwing your jersey.
Yeah, but that was after the elevator.
I'm telling Juggy to take it from the elevator because he remembers what was actually said inside of it.
Okay, done.
For the most part, I remember that we walked into the elevator, and we were under the impression that we were just being relocated from one seat to another. Like we were just going to go to a completely empty upper deck area where we had nobody to throw.
We're being upgraded, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm really glad that they have these absolute solutions just ready to go. I'm like, and I remember it was Jim who looked at the security guard guy and looked straight at. He just went, "Are we being relocated or kicked out?" And the security guy, without missing a beat, goes, "You're being kicked out." And he goes, "Well, I'm going to get my money's worth. Fuck you and everything you fucking do, fucking." And you jumped right in too, because it's a numbers game. You're 2 against his 1. He's already being dominated. He's losing. Let's not forget the 2 police officers next to the security guard in there. So he, like a little piece of shit, does this little thing where he takes his hat off. He's like, "Can you believe these guys over here? Guys, this lawn, but can you believe these 2 over here talking trash?" And here I am, like a church boy, with my arms folded, a halo over my head, going, "All right, you're going to go ahead and pull that move? That's when I'm going to jump in and go, you are never going to be them. You're going to be stuck as a fucking security guard for the rest of your life." He probably still works at Shea. He probably fucking got buried under that fucking building because he wants to be a little smart-ass piece of shit who's never going to be a police officer. That's what got me just through the roof pissed off. And
that's what I forgot about.
Nope. And I remember when I was done with my rant, you guys were losing it laughing. I remember I actually saw one police officer turn around because he was laughing so much, and the other guy had his mouth covered like so. And the guy was just red with embarrassment. And the guy didn't even leave the elevator when we walked out. When I look back, he didn't even leave the elevator. The police officers made sure that we left and we went to the parking lot. That's when the shirt was thrown.
That's when I threw my shirt back.
That quiet piece of shit stayed in the elevator because he thinks he's funny and he thinks he has an edge on guys.
That's what it was. You nailed it, because that's what it was. That was the kicker, because he went off after when I got the confirmation of being kicked out. We went off. But when you said when he said, "Can you believe these guys?
Can you believe these
law
enforcement?" I'm going, okay, you're not a law enforcement guy. You're security. El Seguridad. You're not a fucking police officer. What are you going to them for? Are they your big brother? What is wrong with you? That's why I was like, dude, you're going to try to make it a 3-on-2. I know I'm in this elevator. I'm getting in this game. And that's just not fair. Again, we were lied to because we actually said that we were going to be relocated, but they actually lied to us and then they kicked us out. That's why I was like, all right, my anger was through the roof because I was in the middle of an injustice. And I was like, oh no, I'm not having that. I missed that Cliff Floyd shirt, by the way.
Yeah, I do too. I kind of regret that. Man. I regret that a lot.
That was Jim's boy.
Great, thank you. Yes, that was the shit we were trying to recall. In the last episode. Yeah, fuck those guys.
Yeah.
I didn't know he tried to. I didn't know he tried to weasel out of that one.
Right. I don't like when people try to if you're gonna pick a verbal fight or something like that, you know what? Try to hold your own. Don't call in a police officer and bitch out like that. That's ridiculous. And these are the times when they didn't
also
have body cams, so
act
we
like
didn't
you
give a
act
shit.
like you act like you don't hate the guys that we were throwing peanuts at in the first place.
Right.
Right. Exactly.
Well, we got. What do you? I got. Good Lord, where do we even go, Mead? We got Wisconsin stories. We got other Jets game stories. We got medieval times that technically falls.
Technically,
under
it's a
sports.
sporting event if you really think about it.
I don't know, Juggy. Do you, or maybe do you have one we didn't? I mean, we can keep going, but do you have?
Off the top of my head, no.
Mead, do you have a favorite you think we should have Juggy cover while he's here?
I mean, Wisconsin. Well, I mean, Juggy's obviously got to be there for Wisconsin. I mean, I think we should have a whole round table for Wisconsin.
I think we'll do.
Okay,
I think Wisconsin. I totally agree. I think Wisconsin we're gonna not even touch because that's gonna be a whole. We'll do a whole show on that.
As much as I want to, you're absolutely right though, because there's more voices that should be heard and they should be here. And God bless everybody who went with us and who brought their Tahoe and who. Oh my God, dude, the Wisconsin crew. I hope we do that again sometime and we run into those stale bagels. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm already giving away too much.
For some context, I think we've talked about it.
We burned an entire town to the ground, basically.
Yes. The Labatt Blue National Pond Hockey Tournament is what we're referring to. Yeah. We ruined a town for about 4
also
years
the soul destruction of Eagle River, Wisconsin. Yes, sent him. Oh, we sent him back to Amish times.
Yeah, we literally, like, not sarcastically, literally probably at least 2 people's lives are actually totally uprooted for just a fun weekend that we got back. Oh, well, that was fun. Time to go to work tomorrow.
And I'm not laughing because I'm like, I don't wish ill will upon people, but if you're going to be that kind of person, like that security guard, a piece of shit, you deserve what's coming to you. You have karma on your way. And if you know what, when the one time in our lives that we delivered that, so be it. That guy.
Do you ever watch
people who are just pieces of shit out there? And I'm so glad we did what we did.
You ever see the movie 30 Days of Night?
Yes. Absolutely.
Well, we were the vampires.
Yeah. That's right. And we had just
that was Eagle River
rage virus.
Yes. And JJ.
Yep.
JJ was
there's like 5 things. I'm like, come on, can I please tell? I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be reserved.
All right. Well,
I'm just the point is I'm really, really excited to cover all that.
We could if we want. It's a free country.
It's juicy, but I'll follow Mead on this one here. I think we should
lean
have
off
another voice
all
or
right,
two.
All right, I respect it.
There's a whole round table for that discussion.
With that being said, I think we should go medieval times for sure.
Medieval times.
Some of the funnest fucking times. Literally are at medieval times.
It counts as a sporting event.
It's a sporting event. They're competing.
Right. If cheerleading is a sport, which it is, then jousting is definitely a fucking sport. If you've seen A Knight's Tale, it's a sport.
So I guess I'll set it up. So this was our buddy's 25th birthday. So this is just about a decade ago now. I think there was 10 or 12 of us, maybe even more. Went down to medieval times. I think we took 3 separate cars. His mom drove one of the cars. And just to put a summary on it, it was basically all hill.
Her car was probably the worst possible car to have.
So, for some context, on the way down in this car was me, Juggy, who's right here. Mead, were you in that car?
Yeah.
Mead and
I was the one holding the bag of vomit.
Right, and that's the birthday boy puked in a bag in his mom's car on the way to. That's how hard we pre-gamed at his house, in which he threw out the window while his mother was driving. So that was on the way there. I don't know. One of you can, Juggy, would you like to take it from there? Mead, whoever.
So now we're in our cars on the way.
Right? We're at medieval times.
We're at medieval times.
We're painting a picture. We're playing in a.
I've never been to medieval times, first of all, so I had no clue what the fuck it was. I thought it was like a Renaissance fair, but we got there and it was basically a football game with no football, and just people fake fighting.
Yeah, fans were just as drunk, and then like emo kids were riding horses.
They were just as drunk with nothing to watch. That's the problem. At least in a football game, you have some kind of general consensus that you need to pay attention to something. No. Take that out of the equation. There's just people fighting with swords in the background while people are drinking. That's it.
But it is a wild place because it is like, at least for me, when I walk through those doors, I feel like the rules change. So like as soon as I walked through those doors, I was calling every woman wench.
Yeah,
I was calling people my lord.
Right. As soon as you get into medieval times, sexual harassment doesn't count.
Nope.
Right,
Gone.
yeah, exactly.
Rape goes right out the window.
You can call a bartender a wench or a bitch, and they actually accept it. They're like, "Oh, we in medieval times. We have Pepsi and daiquiris." Like, all right, this is like clearly not, real medieval times. Because if that were true, we could actually pillage and fuck you.
If it was true, I could kill you for saying that.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. I can't even spell pillage.
Haram slap.
Yeah. Oh my God. That was the one thing that we kept on repeating over and over again. It was like, "Hey, hail to the king! Harumph, harumph!
Long live the king!
Long live the king!"
So
where is the queen, harumph?
Sorry.
The first mistake I'd say was probably we got in there in quite a frenzy. I'd say.
Oh yeah.
After spreading vomit all over the New Jersey Turnpike.
Hard.
As
always.
We went to the bar, and of course, we were not that old at that point. What was that? We were
25. We were like 25.
Yeah. So we go to the bar, and someone orders around. I think, what was there, 10 of us in that party?
It was our buddy Jason got daiquiri.
Yeah, Pavia, go order around. Okay. And comes back with the fucking Polly Pocket drink of the month, which is like
worst drink.
Strawberry daiquiris.
Yeah, it's a classic movie.
Yeah, after you've been drinking for 4 hours of beer, what you want is a bowl of sugar and ice.
You want to coat your stomach.
That's red.
A beautiful fake array of sugar and
so that really did kick it off.
I like to keep my whiskey and diabetes separate. Thank you.
And we took a group picture with the king that was just.
Well, first of all,
I wish we had that. Yes,
there was daiquiri. There was if you killed a daiquiri, everybody knew it because it was all over your shirt.
My shirt?
Yes, in that video.
Number 25 shirt on.
No, I knew it was my Abercrombie 20. I remember exactly the shirt.
No, you look like you're in the first 48. There was like red splotches all over.
Yeah, don't hand me a red drink after I've been drinking for 4 hours. The fuck did you do? What did you do? Jim Stancil.
Well, he did mention, he was like, yeah, let's order like a Polly Pocket drink. I think
that's what I mean. Yeah, exactly. Right. Asinine. Like that's so of course I spilled liquids.
Do you mind if you pass me that since we're talking about clear liquids? Sorry, Mead. I'd like to.
Wow.
I got a new one. Now we're podcasting.
A whole freshie.
Oh yeah, this is beautiful.
All right, so we get to the seats finally. Like they had to get like a cattle prod to reel us into our seats.
Oh my gosh,
shepherd us all the way in there. Yeah, for sure.
Nuts, continuously calling the waitress a wench.
Women wenches.
Yeah,
the whole time.
Every time a man has an opportunity to put a woman down, they always go to medieval times. That's a great point.
It is a great.
Do you want me to hit
go.
you or call them a wench?
It's a great place to go.
Yeah.
You hate women because
you downgrade them horribly and they welcome it.
I'll hit you in lieu of her.
Outside the doors and it's like, oh, that's right. I have to text her back. But like you're in there and you're going, fuck her, F her. Oh, this is a beautiful drink. You're still awful. It's like I don't understand that whole dynamic, but yeah, it's a place where you could really just let go of your bigotry. Exactly. It's great.
That was great. That was the last time I was there. I may or may not be allowed back in, but that's exactly how I looked at it. You let it go. It was like the olden days. That's the whole point of the place. So I took my shirt off.
Oh,
I was waving it around over my head. I was screaming. I wanted to get in there, right, me? I was trying to get in I was trying to get in the squared circle, the circled square.
That's right.
Oh my God. I've never seen somebody just God, I don't even want to talk about you with that turkey leg because it's
what happened with the turkey leg.
Oh, you really like that turkey leg, all right?
What was I doing?
I don't know. Like it was like an autistic boy with like a math equation. Just could not get off of that turkey leg.
Yeah, I was kind of peeked over. You didn't quite eat the turkey leg. You just kind of like shoved it in your face.
Shoved it in your face.
Didn't even open your mouth.
Slapping it on your teeth.
It's good stuff though. Yeah.
And then the serfs really could cook a meal, I tell you.
And then the
soup. Like you ever seen seen something in the water try to eat something that's in the water, like without hands? Like,
Yeah,
you ever seen
you eat like a starfish.
You ever seen a great white go after like a pork roast or something? Like it's just like you just hit your face on it until a little piece gets in your mouth.
Well, that's also what I love about it. No utensils. No utensils. If you use utensils at medieval times, it defeats the whole purpose. You got to go at it like the olden times, Mead.
Yeah.
Yes, like an animal.
Right, and I know that Cable Guy already covered this, but yeah, no utensils, but you got Pepsi and daiquiris. Like again, it's a slightly off skewed place. Totally get it, but the fact that again you could just downgrade people and they welcome it, it's like okay, what are you doing Saturday?
Right,
get it out of your system so you don't have to do it here and now. It's the times are too sensitive for that shit.
Hit a woman here.
Where's the outlet?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Jesus. So I guess
Get your incel anger out here at medieval times.
So I guess at one point
I put the evil in medieval.
I guess at one point I get up to do something. I don't remember this. Mead remember.
You need to fill us in, man, because there's like 15 different stories.
Matt's mom was going nuts this whole time and just kept looking at Frank.
That's right, yeah.
Kept looking at Frank, and Frank was like, "What?" Like Frank.
Not my problem.
Not my problem. You brought him here.
So drove the other car, and he blamed her for bringing us there.
Yeah. And he would like he every once in a while tried to say like pipe down or whatever.
Pipe down, come on.
But he would turn around and like shake his big meat hook, and we would slowly quiet down for 3 seconds, and then you'd slap a fucking turkey leg on your face again. But then at one point you had to urinate for the first time in the night, which was like 3 hours later. And you got up and
using all my energy.
And he's like, and Frank was like, "Go with him." And I was like, not like I wasn't. And
let it be known though, this is the key. Because I don't remember this, but I know I was told by mother. I got up on my own and left, and then Frank told you to follow. You basically were shadowing me like a cop. Like I just from so I didn't know you were tailing me, but I didn't know you were. So go ahead.
Yeah.
Chaperoning Dave.
So I followed him, and he does that. He does that drunk day walk where it's just basically Vince McMahon with no arms, and and so all of a sudden I was like, "Where are you going?" He goes, "Bathroom," and walks into the kitchen.
So that is true.
And love that turkey leg.
I see him. They have a little like roundabout thing in the kitchen where they're picking up all the food and everything. And I don't know why I remember this. And he walks around that into a hallway, and I'm waiting there for a good 5 minutes. And he comes out and says, "I'm done."
And that was it. I went back to this. I don't remember.
And back to the seat. And nobody will. That's gonna remain a mystery, like fucking Roswell, for the rest of our lives.
It bothers me so much. Did he go to the bathroom in a sink? That was one of the rumors. Or he just went in the hallway.
I don't think.
5 minutes.
Maybe I pissed in the turkey legs because I was in, or maybe I pissed in the mead.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's
not the first time.
Mysteries. Unsolved. Oh wow. They're gonna love that. Yeah, unsolved mysteries of the world. And then what else happened at that fucking Jesus Christ? What a fucking shit show. Yeah.
I mean, we were like the central nervous system of not only our section. Like, okay, I'll give you guys $50 if you remember what color our like night was. Like we were.
I want to say blue.
I want to say blue also.
Yeah, you want $50? It's not going to happen.
Or we had silver.
That's the point.
Silver.
Yeah, right. Yeah, blue, silver, gray. Yeah, forest green. Who gives a shit? Like the point about the whole thing is like it doesn't matter what color the night was. Hey, that's progressive and moving forward, isn't it? But I remember we were like leading cheers. We were
leading cheers at medieval time.
Like as they were coming around, like our night was actually just digging the energy that we were supplying at this section. And that's something that I just, for some reason, like I'm a huge crowd guy. Like, of course, like in these times, like I can't have any of that stuff. I'm a huge crowd pop, or like if everybody sings the same song kind of a thing, like the more people that do it, like the 100,000, I'm sure you appreciate this, in like 100 or 200,000, like, people concert, if they all sing the same song, there's just this feeling that comes over you. And I just, that's my pop. I don't know how to describe that. I love seeing that.
Yeah.
One of the biggest reasons why I'm a hockey fan, crowd pop. Getting back to the story, we were the central nervous system of that section. And that night was actually he was raucous because he absolutely knew that like we
every
were just
time
completely in charge of his section and he just loved it.
Yeah.
He wanted every part of it. So that's something I had to put in there because like nights they're supposed like they're trained to like ignore us, but this guy couldn't.
Yeah, let's not sell ourselves short. We were the stars of that show.
Exactly. The other
if you take away the people fighting with swords,
right? If you take away the fake chickens and the sparky swords. Oh man, no, good show, great time. I mean, yeah, I'm if Medieval Times wants to sponsor us after the story, that'd be hilarious. But I don't know
if they're open.
How much more could I plug turkey legs?
There's
nothing. Fucking pieces of shit. Say Stancil and get one filthy turkey leg.
Exactly.
That was probably.
There's nothing more essential than fake sword fighting.
yeah, exactly.
It is. It really is.
People are arguing about if the NFL is necessary for survival. We're talking about head on over to Medieval Times, folks.
It'd be like
they're spaced out, I guess.
Just like in the unemployment office, like so why were you laid off? Oh, I used to. I used to fake sword fight.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a huge Knight's Tale fan.
What are your skills?
What is
jousting and archery?
That's a great point.
Yeah.
What is the progression for a medieval? Like, is
plucking feathers?
Is Medieval Times like horseman the top of the mountain? Or is that like what comes after that for those guys?
Right. Oh yeah. All right. So I used to.
They go to like.
Can you operate a forklift?
Yeah,
I suppose it's not that high.
Can you replace the ink toner?
They're all now working in the Amazon dock.
Yeah. Can you? Do you know how to work this coffee machine?
You used to ride a horse and entertain a couple thousand people. That's pretty impressive. Do you know how to place a WB order?
Can you count?
Yeah, exactly.
Can you lift up to 50 pounds?
Yeah. So
it's like can you type 50 words a minute? Type. What is this sorcery?
Yeah, that sounds like black magic. I used to be able to catch a crow on my right hook. Okay, great. Can you understand what I'm saying to you right now? You got the job.
Can you type 15? Can you use Excel spreadsheet? Is that like falconry?
Yeah. That's right.
They're just conditioned.
Do you know how to send emails?
No, they just
but I can send my owl.
No, it's definitely all the GameStop employees now. It's just everybody that used to work at Medieval Times.
Har. You're gonna return that NHL 2000. 3 shillings.
No, you don't want to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I've got the perfect game for you. It's called World of Warcraft.
You know what
that guy's fucking biased.
You know what
yeah, right.
You know what Juggy was there for, and I still get shit to this day about, is it was the Jets-Colts playoff game at your old place, Mead.
Why do people give me flack for that?
Well, do you remember my food order? What I tried to order that day?
Wait, at the apartment?
Yeah,
at your place. Yeah.
At Sites Lane apartment?
Yeah, with Jimmy.
Oh, when we ordered 100 chicken wings from Wild Buffalo.
Well, I think that was the eventual order, but the first thing that happened was
because they weren't chicken wings that came.
Oh yeah, no, that was a beak. But before that, you remember this? I was enthralled. I fell into a commercial. I got sucked in, and I called Domino's and tried to order pizza bowl, bread bowls for everyone.
The bread pasta bowl you ordered.
Bread pasta bowl. I go, can I have 2 bread pasta bowls? And 10 of you just went, what the fuck are you doing? Let's get pizzas. And I think I got so flustered I hung up, and then
they should have called it impostable, because that thing
here it goes.
The thing,
Come on.
the thing that showed up in that Domino's delivery was just an inedible. It was like somebody made food out of cardboard, like a child made.
Keto-friendly.
That was pre-keto.
A child made like a Play-Doh dish, like churned out the pasta himself, like made
And
the
put gack in it.
rigatoni or whatever. Yes, and then put green gack.
Yeah, what a terrible mistake.
The most disgusting inedible thing. Like it was everything.
Yeah, I will admit, that was all marketing. I watched pizza bowl, bread bowl commercials for 2 NFL Sundays straight.
Boy, they nailed you.
The pressure was on me. Yeah, boy, they really nailed their target market. Short, fat, athletic guys.
Yeah.
By the way, we'll have it known. I forgot to say it. This is my all-star jersey. No big deal or anything. I'm wearing this evening. I have it backwards so the trolls and rats.
Oh, is that
don't
field hockey?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. What?
You also look like your sister-in-law.
2007. What's that?
Nothing.
Fuck you.
Nothing. Yep. No, this man was. This is a fact. Back in the day, he was an all-American athlete. Like
wow, another person vouching. Don't
Right,
worry.
no.
Don't worry. I talk about it all the time.
I understand that. I've seen the shows.
Wow.
It hurts my feelings when people say that you weren't, or they try to downgrade and down talk you all.
Juggy was a big part of this. I always remember Juggy was a big part of that All-American run.
Yeah.
Friday nights in the purple room, smoking blunts. Who cares? Picking out the pregame songs. Yeah, he was there. Juggy was there.
Yeah.
Juggy was at
purple room.
Oh, you know what we can cover? I don't know. We got some time left here. We can cover some lax parties. That's
wow.
Well, I think there's a couple other key components that you have to that as well.
Well, yeah, sure, but
might be the same people as Wisconsin, right? I think
we'll cover one or two.
Same people.
Okay.
I mean, Craig should be present for a couple of those.
Old Craig.
Right.
But yeah,
like
right.
Craig when Craig fucking he like Macho Man Randy Savage the front door after the cops busted the door in.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that party?
And then the cop.
That was the Halloween party. The
Yeah.
cops kicked the door down, but Craig was so fucking drunk and angry that he started beating up the door that they just kicked down for no reason.
I'm with you too, big boss man.
Yeah,
And he just yeah.
And I remember the
elbow
cop said
dropped
to him, and the cop said to him, "All right, well, what happened to the door?" He's like, "You fucking kicked it down."
He instantly went
right in his fucking face.
You kicked it down.
That was the Halloween party, no?
Yeah, was that when you were dressed as a bottle of Jack and drunk on Jack?
Yeah, you were carrying around a bottle of Jack.
That was hilarious.
We're gonna have to bring up these photos.
Me got absolutely demolished, and he was dressed as a bottle of Jack. It was just he had a cardboard box. It was pretty great, really on brand.
Yeah, I remember walking in one day. This was like in the middle of the day, no parties going on or anything like that. Like you guys were all about to set up for the party, and I remember you and one of your roommates, Nick. I walk in, I'm like, "Hey, is anybody home? Yeah, Jim, Nick, anybody here? Hello?" And I walk in, and without even answering, I look to the right, and I see Jim and Nick, his former roommate. They're literally throwing sharp knives against the wall, trying to get him to stick. And I'm like, "Are you guys all right? Can I help here? Like, meaning, can I have a turn? Let's fucking try this one out." Bang, one shot,
exactly.
and it's stuck in. I'm like, "Okay, are we done here? Can we be human beings for a second?" And then I forget I'm in college.
This can't even do that justice because it just like it's just walking into a mental asylum.
Right, and they think everything is perfectly normal. Like, "Hey, there's some knives if you wanna." I'm like, "Wanna what?"
Holes, is huge holes in the wall from knife throwing.
2 days ago, I'm like, "Yeah, let's, I guess I can talk my way out of apple picking and orchardry or something like that." I'm like, I got memories of throwing knives against walls. It's hard to be like, "Yes, that sounds normal. Let's go to the orchard." It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, you dumb bitch. Let's go to the orchard.
yeah. All right, I'll text you back. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I love it.
That's I'll go and pick apples while I lament about my days of fucking throwing knives at people.
Oh yeah, this is the Fuji section.
I used to throw knives at walls.
We'll have to do a full UNH episode.
Well, we got a lot of
But,
episodes. We got the Wisconsin episode. We got the UNH episode. We got the Last House episode.
But every time that there was a party at UNH, it was a fucking story. Like, I think maybe one of the last good parties that we had there, we lit the fucking bed on fire in the backyard.
Yeah. Stifler drove a moped through literally a ring of fire. We lit the trampoline on fire. It was my roommate. We lit this trampoline on fire. He had a ramp.
Not false.
There was a circle of vinyl on fire, like dripping because it was just plastic. We had a trampoline, and our idiot roommate drove his moped off a ramp through a literal huge ring of fire. Fact. Rack me. Oh boy.
You guys are moving furniture out third-story windows.
Again.
Yeah, we pushed the bed out of the third-story window onto the fire, like the pallet fire that was already in full blaze. It's retarded.
Called ourselves like
that's right.
If the efficiency moving company or something like that. Like we were making jokes all day. It was like, oh, here comes another efficient move.
And then
you have a couch out of a third-story window into a bonfire in the middle of a parking lot. Sure, I love college.
Started ripping apart the back fence because we had no firewood left.
That's right. We're ripping apart the fence.
I forgot about that too.
And for the
stupid.
record, that is, if anyone wants to know, is concerned, it is Section 8 housing now. These apartments that we used to live in.
They're like, it can't get any worse than these people.
And it was like 2 years after we moved out of there. But I have to say, I remember there was one time at that house. It was later in the night, and I was somebody bet somebody to do something, and I was looking out the front door because I was looking at an open front door, and what do I see? A pile of human shit falls in front of the door right on the step. I look up, and Need's ass is hanging out of a second-story window. You need your shit out of a window onto the front stoop, and I never laughed. Like the splat it made, I'll never forget. I don't even know. A dull splat.
Hold on, if I may. One.
That's true.
It is true. One minor correction, though.
Oh, you were there?
Okay, I was there.
Oh,
I swear to God, I remember this. Okay, everything is true. However, you weren't facing out from the doorway.
No.
You were facing in, and somebody was walking out. And
walking out.
To them, you went, wait! And they stopped right in the door frame, and that's when the splat happened. Everybody lost their minds except for the guy who almost got shat on because he was on the way to a job interview.
Yeah, it wasn't even that late in the
like
day.
6 in the morning.
3 in the afternoon. That was like, oh my God. Yeah. I lost it. I'm pretty sure that was like, I almost passed out laughing, dude. That was so funny. It was you yelling out.
Christ. I guess that's a good one to we could wrap it. I guess that's a good one to wrap it up on. That's a good teaser for some Lax House story. Unless you guys got anything you want to cover with Juggy's first visit here?
They should have called it X-Lax House.
Oh, I get it because he pooped out of a window.
Lax House.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we can do any. I don't know if we can do any of the other ones justice, really, without.
Yeah.
Juggy's probably the best person to have on this because
he
recalls shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to go and be like, no, that's not exactly what happened. Let me correct.
No,
but that's really why you're here.
No, 100% of everything I think is wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I'm not even denying it.
Oh my God. Yeah. So Juggy will 100% be back. We've been trying to nail this down for a bit. Now that we're stabilized a bit, this was easier. So
yeah.
First of many. Anything you want to plug, promote?
I had fun, man. Like, follow, share, subscribe. I might be doing some gaming stuff in the far future, but whatever. You got to start somewhere. I really appreciate your time, Jim, and I thank you for having me on the show, and Mead as well. Like, I know you're in the city and you're coming back and stuff. Like, you guys are really are a fucking inspiration, just because
inspiration.
It takes people to.
I'm just down here getting kicked out of more successful networks.
Yeah, but that's a part of the story, man. I guarantee you, Bob Levy's going to be like, they're going to get you back, man. Just wait a couple of months; it'll blow over.
Hey, listen,
it's a
we'll
fucking
see.
funny story, man. Like, but because he's mad at you because you're friends with somebody who talks shit about his wife, he should be going to that fucking person. Whatever.
No.
Anyway,
right.
I had a lot of fun today.
Yep.
Yep.
I'd be angry if I'd be angry if I saw my face too. So, in his defense.
Oh, I don't know. A lot of ladies would say otherwise.
Yeah.
Mead, you got anything? Any last minute sports? I know you love sports. Any last minute?
Jets
sports?
suck. Hopefully that stupid gallivanting Shylock de Blasio doesn't block the Mets sale.
Is that what he's trying to do?
We'll see what happens. Well, it's supposed to be per his approval, apparently, according to the USA Today. So hopefully that disgusting sack of shit doesn't.
I'm
doesn't
sorry
ruin,
to interrupt. Mead, I have to do you justice. You took, as a hardcore to the Heart Islander fan, took a Ranger fan to his first Nassau Coliseum.
Oh, that's right. That was a great game.
Wow.
I forgot about. I apologize for forgetting about that. It ended up being a fucking 6-5 game, and I'm not gonna say like
that was a barn burner.
Oh, it was such a good fucking game from start to finish, and it was your move. We got in with like $25, $35 seats at the fucking nosebleeds, but you were like, just give me 5 minutes. And we went all the way down. We were literally like 4 rows back behind the goal, dude. I appreciate you for that. There's some other like minor stories going on in there, but like, again, just the fact that like it comes full circle. The difference between a fan and a fanatic wouldn't do that. But since we're all fans in general, dude, I really appreciate you doing that.
Way to bring it back.
That was awesome,
wow,
man.
that's a professional.
I tried.
Brought it all the way back to the beginning. This fucking guy.
That was a great game, man. Great game.
And
that was one of my favorite. Yeah. And then
we ran into Frank beforehand. It was such a great
and then
night,
we
man.
got so drunk driving back, we drove out to the tip of Glen Cove instead of going to the bridge. And
yeah, I was wondering why it took me 2.5 hours to get home from New York. But
yeah, right.
Right.
Exactly.
I didn't care, man. No, you took care of me that night, and I really appreciate it, man. It goes along with the sports night. So, but yeah, and again, thank you, Jim. Really appreciate the time.
Oh yeah.
Great times.
All right. Well, check out. We had 2 good ski mask collectives this week. Karen Fian and Steve on Monday. Check those out.
Karen,
we promised you we're gonna start having guests. Fucking Juggy knocked it out of the park. He'll be back, and we got comedian guests coming up as well. But I don't know. We'll see. And whatever. Keep listening. Suck a dick. Don't suck a dick. Fuck the Jets. Fuck, what else? Fuck the World Series. Actually, it's not that bad. I don't know. I got nothing else. I guess we'll finish it on that.
All right, boys.
Mead, love you.
Fine. All about love, guys.
See you
Thank you
next
so much
week.
for having me.
See you next week, everybody. Woo-hoo.